Chapter 2. What today's job seekers need to know about today's hiring authorities and their companies.
In order to be successful in the interviewing process, especially when it comes to answering and/or asking questions, a candidate has to understand the audience with whom he or she is interviewing. In the pages to follow, we'll look at a snapshot of how the hiring authorities you will be interviewing with see the world. Unfortunately, most books on interviewing and the job search don't address at all the nature of the companies you'll be talking to and the people who will be interviewing you. In order to answer questions more effectively and to understand what questions are asked in the interviewing process, you need to appreciate the world the way your potential boss does. This is really important because, as mentioned in Chapter 1, when you are looking for a job, you have a tendency to focus on what you want and what you need. When we are stressed and emotionally uneasy, we have a tendency to be more self-centered than normal. This leads us to focus on our own needs in an interview, when we should be focusing on how we can fill the needs of the employer. So, it is even more important to be conscious of how your prospective employer sees the world because there is a tendency to focus on your needs, that is, getting the job, instead of his or hers. This is easy to forget. In fact, one of the most interesting observations I have discovered in my profession is that the vast majority of the individuals I have worked with as hiring authorities forget all about these issues when they themselves become a job seeker. It amazes me that I can work with an individual hiring authority who sees the world from the point of view that I will describe here. But when he or she becomes a candidate of mine and starts looking for a job, the hiring authority who is now interviewing for a job him or herself totally forgets all about how he or she saw the world as the hiring authority and morphs into a scared, self-centered applicant. It is one of the mysteries of my profession. So, even if you think you know this or think that since you've been a hiring authority in the past, you don't need to review this, read it anyhow. You need to be reminded, just like everyone else does, even HR pros. Here is a quick overview of how your prospective employer sees the world and how it affects you.